Hey, happy Saturday. Okay, yet another sweaty, gross video from the unbelievably hot garage gym. Check this thing out, man. I just want to show off for a minute. What you got right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a 1983 Jeep Scrambler. Fully kind of restored, complete with the ultimate redneck accessory, the winch. I'm gonna sit in it because I'm about to fall on my face. Today was heavy ass weights day. All right, here we go. Check this thing out. Okay, so I want to tell you a little something about this Jeep. This Jeep was my grandfather's. His name was Raymond Smith, and he was a Jeep dealer. He was also a self-made millionaire. He had, I believe, an 8th grade education, I believe he literally jumped out of the window in the 8th grade, which is awesome. I wouldn't recommend my children do it, but dude, come on, that's so cool. When he was like 13, he had a job driving logging trucks. Now, this dude was from Crawford County, Georgia. So any of my fellow Southern people can relate to a town like Crawford County, Georgia. I mean, it's tiny, really, really small. And so he was 13, got a job driving a logging truck, drove the dang thing from Georgia to New York, and flipped it, like turned it over. You know, he's freaking 13. I mean, my daughter's 13. I can't even imagine, you know. And so anyway, he was a Jeep dealer. And when he sold his Jeep dealership, he kept this Jeep. And it's never been sold to anybody except me. I bought it from him for $10. I gave him a 20. He didn't give me my change. He got me. And so he kept it, you know, and it's always been really, really important to me. So the value of this thing, this is a I'm almost like I'm bragging right now. I'll tell you how much this Jeep is worth. You want to guess? I don't want anyone to hear it because I want people to try to steal it. This Jeep is worth $500. I swear to God. Something happened to it like years ago. He left it in drive or something, and it went down this hill and hit all these trees and stuff. And the insurance company was like, well, it's a $500 replacement value for the whole thing. So what's amazing about this thing is that, all right, so here's the Jeep, okay? And over here is I don't know if you can see it because I can't see the camera, but whatever. This is our company's Phantom. That's a brand new Phantom 8. It's really cool, by the way. We have another one too. It's a Dawn, the convertible rolls. We use it to pick up our private clients because we like them to have a good time and stuff. If you were to ask me, if you were to say, okay, man, here's your choice. You keep the Phantom and the Dawn, or you keep El Jeepo, I would definitely say hasta luego to the Phantom. Sorry, buddy. That's the Snow Queen. That's the name of that car right there. I'd get rid of it because I would keep this car. And the reason why is because what this car means to me. And the reason this car has such meaning to me is because of what my grandfather meant to me. So I'll tell you a moderately interesting story that a lot of you guys can probably relate to. Surprisingly, I did not have my act together when I was younger. I know that's going to come as a shock to everybody. And not only did I not have my act together, I didn't ever get to know my father, my biological father, really closely. I didn't get to know him until I was 30. He passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately. So I had two dudes that I was kind of raised by. Number one was my stepfather, who was not really that cool to me. And the other was my grandfather. And I got to know him when I was in my late teens. So from late teens to like mid-20s, he was essentially like my male role model, you know, and I knew I wanted to be just like him because he was very successful. And I also knew he wasn't going to give me any of his money. He made that abundantly clear. He was like, you ain't getting any of my damn money, get your own money. He didn't say it like that. He said it more through a series of grunts, you know. So when I was like, I don't know, 18 to whatever, 2011, really, I was like really, really heavy into partying. I was a rock and roll musician growing up and everything. And my grandfather, he didn't really say a lot. He was more of an action-based man. He would get me in this Jeep right here. He would come to my house after I'd had a show at night or something. When you're a club musician, you get off stage at 2 a.m. and then you still have to load out. So I'd get in at like 4:30 in the morning. He'd come get me around 6:30, and he would pick me up in this damn thing. And he would take me and drop me off at one of his properties that he was rehabbing. And he would give me a sledgehammer and a bottle of Gatorade. And he would say, I want you to take this hammer and I want you to like knock out that wall over there and just knock it down for me. And I'll come get you around like 3 o'clock. That was my freaking day, man. And this would be in the middle of like the hood or whatever. So there'd be me, I was maybe 180 pounds or something back then, about to die from being hungover with a sledgehammer hitting this freaking wall. I didn't know it at the time. I hated it, but that really taught me a lot about you really have to have a work ethic. There's nothing ever handed to you. And he was, through that, really teaching me how he became successful, because again, he wasn't really a talker, so he was just like, oh, go do this, and I got it. I understood, I understood the message was nothing's going to be handed to you. You've got to create value. You've got to make your own way. You've got to get up. You've got to do the stuff that sucks. And eventually, if you keep your head down and you do it right, you're going to be okay. So I've always kept this Jeep. And sometimes I even drive it. And when I do drive it, I break the law because it doesn't have a tag. Like California, I don't know, I can't get the damn thing smogged. And it got me to thinking, like, as you and I, we have this mission, or we should make it a mission, to really be somebody to our followers and to our customers and to our subscribers. And if we can be so monumentally impactful to them that they will always not only just remember us, but always associate us with just an incredible, either a transformation or an amazing benefit or tremendous value, or if we can somehow, make them feel very, very good, make them happy, man, I think the rest is going to be pretty easy. I mean, obviously you should make offers in your business and all of that kind of stuff. But dude, if we can just do that, then I think we're at the 1 yard line. I used to say we're at the 99 yard line until someone that actually understands football was like, dude, that's the farthest possible. That's the farthest away you can actually be from the touchdown thingy. So we're almost there. So that's why I titled this video, Who Are You? It's really worth asking yourself the question of who are you to the people that follow you? Who are you to your customers? Who are you to your prospects? And then the other question to that would be, who do you want to be, right? Who can you be to them? And man, if we do a good job of that, I'm telling you, that's really something. All right, I'm gonna roll. Time to get a shower. I think I'll drive this sucker around. Not that one, but this one. I think we'll take it. Look, still have wood back there from when I was chopping wood for the fireplaces here in our little hovel that we live in. All right, man, y'all take it easy.